Welcome back to Paul's Old Crap, and in today's video we're going to be talking about something that is not computer related. It is actually vintage audio equipment related, and what I've got here is the Korg EMX-1, which is also known as the Korg Electribe MX, and this is a vintage synthesizer, and I don't really like using the word vintage to describe something from this era, considering it was introduced in 2003, and to call this vintage, and then I consider that I graduated high school in 2001, I mean, that just makes me feel so old, and yeah, I hate that. So what I have here is, yeah, it's the Korg EMX-1. I bought this on eBay probably like 15 years ago or something. It's been so long I can't really remember, and I bought it thinking I was going to use it all the time, and I found that I'd prefer doing stuff through the computer instead of this this type of synthesizer where you have to program everything manually and stuff like that. So this, yeah, I kind of tried to learn a little bit about it, but I think it was kind of beyond my skill level to do anything really advanced with this. So yeah, I think for today we're just going to kind of get started with doing some brief demonstrations with the presets that are in here. It does have, as you can see, there's a lot of features on here. I'm not going to really play too much with this. I don't fully understand how a lot of this works. Like, you have to do different FX routing between these different settings and stuff like that. And I have not bothered to actually read the manual to do all of that stuff. So what I'm mainly going to do is just go through a lot of the built-in samples and stuff like that, and yeah, just have some fun with it. And I will note that I have on here some sort of advanced programs loaded up. I downloaded this stuff off the internet years and years and years ago. I don't remember what's called or anything about it, but it has like a bunch of like dance and electronic type of samples and patterns programmed in here. And when I did this, you actually had to do it with a smart media card. That's basically how old this thing is. So I had to download these programs onto this card, and then there's a slot right in the bottom there, and then you load them all up into the memory banks. So yeah, we're not running on the original patterns that came with this device. I think I'm running on that add-on stuff. If I can recall correctly, it's honestly been years since I've really used this, and you can kind of tell because the camera might pick up the dust that's on here. I tried to clean it up a little bit for this video, but honestly, this thing's been sitting around collecting dust forever in my house. So I figured now was a time to jump into it and make a video on it before I decide to sell it. So, but yeah, to get started, it does have vacuum tubes in there to add kind of like warmth to the sound, which is controlled by this here, this gain setting. Yeah, I'm just leaving it mostly kind of in the clean range, I guess. I'm not doing too much there. But yeah, basically you've got your controls here where you select, you know, different patterns that are in the unit. If you're gonna, I guess, do, what is this? Changing parts of the pattern. I don't know any these mean, but it tells us what the original value was whenever we're changing stuff. I guess this is if we're editing. What is this? I have no idea at all. But what we're mainly going to be doing is going through the list of patterns in here. And just to kind of jump into it, I'm going to go through here, find something that we can listen to. There's a bunch of different stuff in here. There's like hip-hop, R&B, funk, jazz, and electronic. Let's listen to this one. I don't know how well the camera is going to pick it up, but basically these light up based on what sample is being played. So we have our synthesizer parts over here, and then over here are the drum parts. And there's a little light that goes through here, which is kind of like each, I don't know what kind of terminology here, but this is basically the whole program in like 8 bars, I guess. So it tells you where you are in the pattern. And to kind of give you an example of the different voices that are kind of in use here, what we're going to do is we're going to hold down the solo button, and then we're going to select only one of these samples. So as it runs through the program here, we're basically just listening to that one instrument. And if we want to do another one, we can also hold down the solo button and then select a different one as well. And that will do both of those at the same time. So you can kind of hear that it added that second instrument in there as well. And if we want to bring them all back at the same time, you can also just hit solo, and then it restores all of them at the same time. And we've also got a button here for muting, so we could hold down that and then mute a bunch of these. And then now it's only playing these 3 here along with our drum notes because I muted 1 and 2. So I mean, you know, you can have a bunch of fun just doing this alone. So for example, bring them all back. We'll loop, or we'll mute some of these drums. Some of these buttons don't really push in very easily. You can mute like almost everything. And then bring it back right before it does the pattern over. I don't know, if you're doing like live music, I don't know, that would be kind of neat. Or if you just program the whole thing in yourself with, I guess, how you want it to sound, but yeah. Let's listen to something else here. And I don't know if you'll notice it, but this one, the program is only like 4 bars long. Then it jumps back to 1 as part of the loop. Then what we can do is we also have all these other settings, like we can change the tempo. So if we hit the down, or I guess we have to hit the pattern first, or I guess just hit the down arrow. We can change our tempo using this control here. So it goes pretty crazy. You can go way up to so apparently 300 is the top value. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Let's see what else we can do here. Swing, roll type. Length. Oh, that's the length of the pattern, I think. 4 bars, yeah. 16 beats, which is indicated as well by these down here. So one thing, if we select this, that's one of our drum beats, and you'll see where it is on the pattern here. I think, for example, what I'll do is I'll solo number 1, and you'll see where the hits are by the lights. So I don't know if you can really pick it up with the camera, but what we can also do is actually add beats to this to the pattern here. So what we do is we just basically punch this in. And one thing that you'll also have to note is that, yeah, see, there it is. We were programming in the first bar, which is where this little red LED indicates. So when I hit all of these, it was only applying to number 1 because that little red light was there indicating that's what we were programming. Yeah, I have not read the manual for how to use this properly, so I don't actually remember how to make that move to the other... Oh, I guess there we go. So what we could do is we could hit these a bunch of times and then wait for this to get back to number 2. Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty basic once you understand, I guess, how the programming works. But I mean, this sort of thing, to really program this manual, it seems like it's really time consuming, and I think that's the kind of part of this device that I just didn't really like. I don't know, maybe I've got like ADHD or something. I don't think I could really sit down and spend that much time programming this by hand. That just seems like a lot of time. But in this video, I think I was primarily just going to go through some different samples or different patterns and stuff here just to demo it. So that's what I think we're going to do for the most part. One thing you can also do, you can actually change the pattern, and then it will wait until this finishes its original pattern loop, and then go to the next one. So I guess it's kind of neat if you had like multiple patterns programmed in to kind of build your song. That's how you could like jump between them or something like that. And you also have this area called songs, where I'm assuming you could program in multiple patterns together and how they all work together and stuff like that. I don't know. At this point, I'm probably just talking out of my ass with assumptions because I haven't read the manual in years, so I really don't remember. But yeah, we can also just stop it outright and find some other stuff here. What else did we have here? Chill out. Interesting. Let's see, number 6. Now, part of this pattern is already muted, which is why this light is on. Let's see, if we hold down this button, it'll show that 3, 4, and 5 are currently not active. So if we just hit solo, it'll bring all of these up. And there's a slight difference now, because these notes are now playing. Kind of neat. And we can also hit solo and play only those. Or we can go back and enable the other 2 synthesizer parts. Doesn't really sound too interesting without the drums though, so... let's see. That's not the one I wanted to do. Which is it? Okay. So now we're only using this one. Oh, I think I just accidentally enabled the whole thing again. Okay, so we've got that one selected. That's the one thing we're listening to right now. Let's try screwing around with some of these dials. So if we've got our effect here, let's see. Short delay, phaser. I think I have to enable FX1. Okay, I don't know if we can really tell with this one, but I think the phaser effect is happening. Let's try something else here. No, it's not working. I wonder if I need to... Oh, maybe it's over here. Okay, my FX send is on. FX1, which is what we want. Okay, something's happening here. There we go. Now let's hop over to the phaser. So as we change the speed of the phaser as well as the depth, you can kind of hear that difference in that sound. Yeah, what else we have here? Talk mod. Now we're totally screwing around with it. Okay, so yeah, you really need to get a good understanding, I guess, of the way it does the routing. So what we were messing around with was FX1, and then we have to do the FX send to specify FX1 here, and I don't know, select it over here, and you can also add like multiple effects into the chain. So we've got like the chain here, and kind of gives you a little simple diagram of how it works. So if we were editing FX1 and now we edit FX2 and then add that to the chain as well or something, I don't know, it's then there's yeah, I don't really know. Anyway, let's just continue finding some more stuff to listen to, and maybe we'll play some play around with those dials too. There's a lot of nice sounds in here. Chip tune. Oh, and then we're pretty much at the end here because I think we're into the demo songs. Let's see. Oh, I think those patterns actually belong to the songs over here. So, for example, yeah. Just gonna see what it does here. You can kind of see some of this stuff changing as it plays as well. So the FX chain changed as the song progressed. Kinda neat. Alright, now we're gonna go back to our patterns and let's find something else to listen to. Minimal. That's what we're listening to right now. Let's try screwing around with this a little bit. What if we change the modulation? Oh, yeah. Ooh, ow, that hurts the ears. Ow. Ow. I wonder if the arpeggiator will work as well. Okay, see. Let's see. You can kind of hear the difference in kind of what it's doing right now, and then so you can hear the difference in the arpeggiator based on where my finger is on this pad. That's kind of neat. What else do we have here? Minimal, trance. Okay, let's look at our synth filter or the oscillator. Wonder what this is gonna do. Waveform type. Actually, when it was on waveform, that was saw, pulse. So yeah, we're totally just screwing around with the sound here. Okay, that was on low pass filter, now it's on high pass filter. BPF, I have no idea what that means. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Yeah, as you can tell, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just playing around. What else we have here? Let's go over to Techno 1. I wonder if, I don't know if, let's see. I'm not sure if we can really do anything with the actual drum beats, because I don't think any of this applies to drum beats. I'm fairly certain, but let's just find out anyway. So... yeah, I don't think this can really change that. Okay, so yeah, I guess all of this stuff only applies to the actual synthesizer instruments and not the drum beats. Best I can tell. I mean, obviously I could be wrong, but yeah. Wave tempo. What do we have here? Okay, tempo swing. Not really sure what that means. Roll type. Length. That was the 8 beats, yeah. Or 8 somethings, 16 beats. Harp scale. The arpeggiator. Okay. So the arpeggiator works for the drum. It's interesting. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, this is interesting. These are the notes being played. So as you can hear that one, I think for example, we'll just solo it. That's neat. Well, let's screw around with it. high pass filter, low pass filter, equalizer. Decimator. Ow. Oof. Distortion. Compressor. Pitch shift. Yeah. Ooh. We've totally screwed that sound up. Okay, back to some other patterns, I guess. Ugh. Oh well. Yeah, you can really do a lot of weird things here. Curious about, let's see here. Okay. So that's how it actually plays the notes for each of these synthesizer parts. So, okay. Interesting. So I guess if you were programming your own pattern, you'd basically set all of your settings for whatever sample you were using, I guess, and then you can play the notes. What is this? Okay. I don't know what this dial is supposed to... Oh, I get it. Oh. What? For some reason it only does things when I'm moving it. Or I don't... That's interesting. I don't know how that's supposed to work properly. I'm assuming that's how it does it, but yeah. I don't know. That's strange. Okay. That's neat. R&B. funk. New jazz. Deep house. Some weird stuff going on here. Interesting. What have I done? I think I may have just broken something as well. Oh, okay. I was soloed on number 3. Oh, I may have just figured something out. Let me see here. When you're in solo mode without hitting that button again, you can just jump between different things. And it will solo that individual instrument. Okay. Then if you hold it down, then you can do multiple. See, I'm learning how to use it. I'll probably list it on eBay tomorrow, though. Okay. What else we have here? What is that instrument? Interesting. Okay. What are these breaks? Okay. Chill out. Lots of these drum and bass patterns. Neat. Interesting. Oh yeah, there's something that we can also look on the display here. If we hop over to... There's little indicators right on there that'll tell you what's active. So if we solo these three, it indicates that we have our 3 synth parts that are active there. And then if we were to hit this again to bring them all back, you'll watch that, yeah, they all come back. That's kind of neat. Trying to find some... Okay. I think this also has to do with the arpeggiator scale that was on that setting there. So if we were to go... yeah. I believe I'm hearing a slight difference in the scale that's being used. So that's interesting. Okay. Well, I just realized that this video is getting really long, and I haven't really accomplished anything other than just played a bunch of random sounds. So yeah, this will be the first video of the Korg EMX-1. I probably will hang on to this for a little while and maybe make some more videos about it. Hopefully this wasn't too boring. I mean, I figured at some point I would like to learn how to program in my own patterns, and it does also support MIDI input and output. I do actually have like a large MIDI keyboard, as well as some other MIDI equipment, like I've got at least one old synthesizer. I think it's a Yamaha, and I was thinking I would loop that into this and then have the patterns play through that as well. But yeah, I've just never really gotten around to doing that. So at some point in the future, though, I kind of would like to do more videos based on some of the old audio crap that I've got kicking around my house. So yeah, I think that'll wrap it up for now, and I can't think of anything else that I could really talk about on this unit right now, because a lot of this stuff I still have no idea how to use it properly. So yeah, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. See you later.